Grandin at 558, and Elsinore, if it kind of moves a little bit to the east, it would have it there at 606. Not sure if we can see anything from the Pocahontas weather camera.
It's pointed towards the north. The pole is in the way, so
okay.
Whatever we see back up towards the north, I'm zooming in, excuse me.
Yeah, maybe right there on the right side. It's probably what we need to see is probably
on the other side of that pole, and it might be a little, because it's starting to go back up into the hills a little bit, maybe a little harder to see.
And it's probably even too far away to even see some sort of power flashes or anything. So
yeah.
We'll depend all on radar. Let's go back to radar now, and you can see there's the times of arrival. If you just now joined us, 5:45 into the Doniphan area, Breakville community, here in the next 3 minutes or so.
And they're going with a severe thunderstorm warning, tornado possible in Ripley County.
Okay. So there it is right here. So if you notice what's happening, we have severe thunderstorm warning with tornado possible. National Weather Service bumped that up to a tornado warning. Once you cross the state line, you go from the National Weather Service in Little Rock to the National Weather Service in Paducah, and they chose to continue back with a severe thunderstorm warning with the tornado possible. That's the little area of concern right through here. So I'm going to zoom down into that area, and it's moving at 60 miles per hour. So that's the latest scan. It's probably sitting right about here, probably about to cross over the state line now, coming very close to the Pointer community. It's going to be coming up at least between Gatewood and Doniphan, if not coming really close to Doniphan. That's why I gave you that ETA of 645 for Doniphan. But there it is right there. It's crossing into kind of a messed up part of radar. We're shooting way up into this storm because of the curvature of the earth. Now, like I said earlier, this is going into a more stable environment. They're in the 50s and 60s up here, 80s down to the south. So little different setup there. While we have you here and while we're kind of in continuous coverage, I also want to point out this the fact of this flash flood warning. See this flash flood? Well, let's go over to radar for a second. This flash flood warning is showing rain, and it doesn't look like a ton of rain, but this rain, let me put this into motion here so you can kind of get an idea. We've got heavy rain coming in here more down to the south. You may look at this and go, okay, why is there a flash flood warning here? It is putting down some substantial rainfall on top of some rain that we've already had, and that water is feeding into the same basin that's going to add water to the Spring River. So Spring River, of course, down here, and this is going to start bringing more water into that basin. So we're going to start seeing the river levels really start coming up over the next little bit. Let me widen out, make sure we're not missing anything. This tornado warning here, which is right on the edge of our viewing area, that is just to the west of Mountain View, still just outside of our viewing area, but we'll keep an eye on it. Another tornado warning down to the southwest. So we've actually got 3 areas of rotation just to the west of Region 8 that we're probably going to be dealing with through the overnight. The one that we're watching right now is this one that is coming across the Missouri-Arkansas line, and it's heading up toward the Doniphan area. Could have some large hail with this in a very small area as well.
The Weather Service office in Paducah, they are saying that they're seeing the storm more elevated, so it's not tapping into the ground boundary layer.
Yeah.
And also there's a northeasterly wind in Ripley County and Doniphan, so really not conducive for anything to spin real easily with that northeasterly colder wind.
That's why I was a little bit surprised about it, because we all know you can just feel it when you step outside and it's 80 degrees and the dew points are in the upper 60s and low 70s. It feels different than what we're feeling up here. Up there, we're in the 50s and 60s up there, I believe. Yeah,
just looking at dew points,
dew points are going up.
They're going up, but still a 58-degree dew point in Doniphan, 57 in Poplar Bluff.
Yeah.
So the more juicier air is starting to make its way into South Missouri, but it's not quite there yet.
Yeah. So let's take cover, though, just in case, from Doniphan, just to the north of the Ingram community. This is crossing over the state line. Here's Gatewood. I think if anybody from Doniphan over to Gatewood took cover right now, just for a little bit until this storm passes on, I think that would probably be the safest thing to do. There's a new radar scan. I tell you what it's getting. It's looking like the hail threat is going up right now. If we look at this in a 3D perspective, there it is. We're starting to get a little bit of hail right there, starting to form on this thing. This is a healthy storm. This thing's building up to 45,000 feet. So it's definitely a healthy storm. There's the hail core, which there's the state line. Oh, there it is. Hail core is building up. See it?
Probably what it's doing is also trying to ride that boundary that is probably straddling the warm front, going back and forth. So you got trying to get an updraft started, but it goes back on the other side of the storm and kind of it collapses down on itself. But it's trying, and we'll have to watch any other storm out there that we have this evening that will try. There's a new tornado warning coming out down south.
Okay.
It will include Cleburne and Stone counties. Let me get the...
So watch out for the hail also. We're taking cover just east of Gatewood over to Donovan. Let me clear this off of here. We'll take another look at the wind within the storm. There's the hail right there on the state line.
And that new tornado warning will include portions of Heber Springs on the north side of Greer's Ferry, north side of Heber Springs. And that, if it holds together, would move into Independence County in the next hour or so.
Okay. Let me go back out to the home view. We're gonna continue to watch you in Ripley County and into the northern parts of Randolph County. We'll continue to watch that. This is the new tornado warning that Aaron was talking about, and it's for this storm. I tell you, that storm looks like it's almost moving due north, though.
Yeah, right.
I don't know if it'll stay in that polygon.
I don't either. Just looking at the. Because I was judging off the polygon if it was going to move into Independence County, but looking at it in motion, looks like it might get pulled up into those other storms that are near Clinton and move up. I don't know if it'll stay tornado warning. If it moves up, it keeps moving north, they'll get sucked up into those storms heading to Mountain View.
Yeah. So this is the rotation that they're talking about right here. So that's going to continue to move to the north. Here's Region 8 right here. And we're not gonna stick with it the whole time for something that's outside of our viewing area. Even if the polygon goes over here, we'll keep you updated at the bottom of your screen. But this is the rotation. It's over here around Clinton, and that's almost lifting to the north. Now, don't worry. I mean, we're gonna stick with this as it gets farther along into Mountain View. But we'll keep an eye on. This is still just outside of Region 8, though. Let's go back into this one now. This tornado warning, they're probably going to cancel it soon, I would assume, with Little Rock.
Yeah, I think it's as soon as it crosses over into Missouri.
Yeah.
But people in Donovan still need to just take this up.
Yeah, no reason not to take cover. And you do have a hail threat here also. We're still seeing that hail core right there. There it is right there. So we'll watch that. Here's Donovan. Let me kind of orient you again. Here's the state line. Here's Gatewood. The rotation, if it's there, is just going to be just kind of nearing Pointer and coming very close to the Donovan area. There's the hail core. If we look at this in a 3D perspective, there it is right there. So it's going to put down some large hail also right around Pointer. If that holds together, that will come into Donovan here shortly also.
And we'll have to watch these storms throughout the night. The Storm Prediction Center, they're really starting to highlight really from southwest Arkansas up the I-30, I-57 corridor. The low-level jets starting to kick in, so any storm that gets going, we'll start to see the chance for the storms to rotate even more, especially in the better environment, which is really east of Highway 67, I-57, where we have temperatures that are in the 80s, dew points in the mid to upper 70s. And we'll have to watch it as if we see any storm that develops, say, from Little Rock back towards the east, and anything that gets into that more warm, moist, conducive air, large hail, damaging winds, and the tornado threat will increase if we can get any storm going from Little Rock to the east.
All right, so they're going to expire this tornado warning at 5:45 for Randolph County. This storm here, I think, is going to stay outside of Region 8 for now. And really, let's see here. Really what we're going to see with this is the threat is moving into Missouri now. So it's moving outside of the polygon.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of messy looking on velocity. But I tell you, might as well just take cover. Donovan, you're in a severe thunderstorm warning. They've taken the tornado tagline off, didn't they?
They did. It looks like.
Double check that with me. That would really start taking this down a notch also. It doesn't hurt to take cover even if they did take that off. Still putting down some large hail. You can see that right here. That's got a little bit of hail here as well, and all that's kind of lifted to the north. So Donovan's probably going to get some hail from this, if nothing else.
Yeah, it looks like the hail's coming into the south side of the town. Just looking, I think I'm looking off the Paducah radar, maybe.
Okay. Kind of glance at this storm a little bit more also.
I'm trying to get more details on that warning. They are saying that it's the storm's becoming more elevated, so the hail threat is there. The tornado threat is going down.
Okay. So this tornado warning here is officially going to expire here in just about 5 minutes or so for Randolph County. The threat's moved into Ripley County now. Ripley County National Weather Service out of Paducah says, no, this is mainly a hail threat, just a little too cool. There's the hail right around Pointer. It's coming into Donovan. So I'll tell you what we'll do. If there's not any objection, we may just go back to national news while that continues to move to the north and become more of a hail threat. We will continue watching these tornado warnings here in the western parts of our viewing area. And I'll tell you, if we can, do y'all want to check in with Jace one time, see kind of what the game plan is with him? Let's see. Jace, you there right now? It looks like this storm up in Randolph County is kind of turning more into a hail threat than a tornado threat. What's y'all's plan for the next few hours?
Yeah. So we're going to sit out here probably to the east of Interstate 57 or right around Interstate 57 and just watch. We went from, in Randolph County when we were on that storm, we went from 62 degrees, we're at 82 right now, we were at 84 earlier. So we've crossed to the south side of that boundary. And as that storm moves off that boundary, I do think it's going to become a large hail threat. But looking at some of the models, they are one model is hinting at maybe some 1 or 2 storms developing within the next couple of hours, kind of out here Jonesboro southward, where that very unstable environment's at. So I'm going to monitor that, look at satellite, and just keep monitoring kind of what's going on in the atmosphere.
Okay, so I'll continue to watch radar here. Once again, if you're just now joining us, that tornado warning for Randolph County is going to expire here in just a few minutes. But just looking at this right now, this thing has, let me click back over to this. This thing has moved into Missouri. It is mainly a hail threat that is coming into Donovan. You've got a couple little hail cores that are coming in right now that could cause some issues. So be aware of that. Stay away from the windows for just a little bit. Let this storm pass, but it's got a lot of lightning with it also. So as Jay said, he's going to sit down there and watch it. If you remember 2 days ago, we were kind of in this lull and there was already some grumblings. People were like, okay, maybe we're not going to get the severe weather. We're kind of in that right now also. There's not a ton of stuff going on, and we like it. We like that. We would love nothing more if this was the only storm that we had to deal with. We are going to transition to a flood threat, and that's going to be an issue, quite a big issue, as we go overnight into tomorrow, and the rivers will rise even on into Sunday and Monday. So here's what we're going to do. With this storm continuing to not show signs of a tornado, we will watch it. We will watch the hail threat coming into Donovan. We will watch the storms to the west. We're going to go back to regular programming, rest our voices a little bit, drink some water, and then if we have to break back in for more tornado coverage, we will.